back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, going to your story titled, My Wife Cheated, I Stayed for the Kids, A Bad Decision, A Horrible Situation. And a shout out to AM for sending this story. And guys, this story is about a guy who is ultimately going to kick his cheating wife to the curb, but it takes him a while to get there. You're going to see that he found out she was having an affair, but guess what? There was more to that, and you're going to find out. But decided because of his daughters who were teenagers and he didn't want to cause a lot of problems for them, he decided to stay in the marriage. And to no surprise, it's been miserable on multiple fronts. And you know who's the most miserable? The kids. And it's making the point that if it's over, it's over. And when there's cheating involved, it's over. So there's no sense sticking around. And you're going to see just how badly it messes up the whole family, the kids and all that. Now, obviously the wife's the cause of this, but still. This stuff really affects kids, and the whole stay in it for the kids and everything really makes the situation worse. It's far better to split up, certainly if you can, and at least you have a chance to be happy or heal, and the kids don't see it miserable. And you're going to see right here exactly what I'm talking about. Before I get into this, guys, if you haven't done already, come check me out on X, formerly Twitter. The handle is SSM Channels. We're all having a really fun time over there, and it's really growing. Definitely I'm using it to help promote the channels because over here, they don't promote as much. So come on over. I think you'll have a good time. So, story starts off, says here, my wife cheated on me 4 years ago. We have 2 daughters. They were 12 and 14 years old at the time. Okay, so it was 4 years ago, so his daughters now are 16 and 18. She had an affair with one of her friends, and it lasted 6 months. One of her friends, huh? This is why I say your wife and girlfriend or whatever can't have male friends they hang out with. It's a terrible idea. There you go. At the time, we could not divorce. We had lots of debt, money issues, and 2 daughters. I stayed for their sake and gave up my health for them. I didn't want to reconcile. I didn't want anything to do with her. Nothing. At first, it was easy. She tried to make up for her cheating, therapy, good deeds, all that, but I couldn't care less about her. Over time, my libido died, and I had zero interest in sex or women. Well, I don't blame him. No interest in women, no interest in sex. I would lose all that too. But see how unhappy he is? And that's understandable. But he's sticking around for the kids. The kids know. I changed my job to one that paid more, which allowed me to start clearing debt faster, solve money issues, and at the time I was planning on a divorce. Years passed by and I managed to solve most of the problems, and I think pretty soon I'll finally be able to leave her. Well, thank the Lord. The one daughter's 18 now, she's probably almost done high school, the other one's 16, almost done. And why wasn't she doing the things to fix money problems? My wife tried and begged me to reconcile for years, but I refused. I don't believe in second chances, and I don't believe that cheaters change. They don't change. And I guarantee you, whatever story she gave you about her affair wasn't the whole story. All I did was work, train a bit, and took care of my daughters. Naturally, my wife became depressed, changed jobs a few times, started therapy, everything, but over the years, I became indifferent. I didn't care where she was or what she did. I was only there for my daughters, and she knew that. I told her many times, at times, we wouldn't even see each other, even though we lived in the same house. She would leave and come back after a few hours, and I never asked where she went. I never cared. Again, this is a miserable situation. And I know he's doing it primarily for the daughters, but this is rubbing off on the daughters. A recent event made me feel like I should have left sooner, but a lot of problems prevented me from doing so. We never told our daughters what happened, but I'm pretty sure they knew something is really wrong because over time, they only wanted to spend more time with me. They wanted me to cook, take them on trips, etc. Yeah, they hate that their mom hurt you. They love you. They're loyal. I tried to make it 50-50 between me and my wife. If I took them on a trip, she would take them out, etc. That worked for a short while, but then I noticed that they began resenting their mom and wanted to spend way more time with me than with her. I don't know if she told them, but I'm pretty sure she didn't because they never asked me about it. She tried to make them happy with gifts and all, but as that got older, that stopped working. They obviously know. Come on here. They're not stupid. And remember, women, even young women, teenagers, can pick up on things, emotional things that guys don't. Our daughters are very smart, athletically gifted, kind, and polite. But I noticed they are also really cold. Their hearts are in the right place, but they're really cold on the outside, and I'm pretty sure I'm the one to blame for it. There you go. They become probably cold and defensive in your household. I come across a really cold and distant person, and I guess they took that from me. They are also really honest and dead serious. The younger one has a fierce temper and is impatient, while the older one thinks about things about earning money through various ideas and is very athletic. Recently, I got promoted and told them about it. Both of them wanted me to buy them things and take them on more expensive trips, out of the country. Shocker. My wife took that as a sign and tried to reconnect again over and over. She kept trying, even though I told her many times that she and I are done. I never asked her to stay. I never told her to stay. She stayed on her own. The main problem is that if we divorce, I'm almost certain our daughters will spend most of the time with me. They don't even listen to their mom most of the time. I really don't want them to resent her, but I see now that I seriously messed up. My wife and I have a problem between us, and we try not to let it spill over to our daughters, but it's clear now that it was a horrible decision. So it's a big mess. That's the end of part 1. I'm not done yet. There's multiple updates here. So you can see here, guys, just this miserable, slow-moving shit show this is. And again, I say, if it's over, it's over. The daughters know this. They're unhappy, And obviously they know about the cheating. Now on to the update. He says here, greetings. And by the way, this update I'm reading you is 1 month after his initial post. It says, greetings. Recently I asked for advice here about my situation, and most of you pointed out that it's not my responsibility to fix the relationship between my soon-to-be ex-wife and my daughters. It is not your problem, dude. That's your wife's deal. And I agree. I decided a long time ago that we were divorcing. I was just waiting to get things in order first. My original plan was to file for divorce in January or February, but I was forced to do it sooner due to what really happened recently. Well, good. Now he's filing for divorce. Hallelujah. I was out, and my younger daughter had a fight with her mom over some personal issues, which I won't share here, and things got really bad. Well, sounds like a day in the life of a teenager. When I came home, both of them were very angry, and my younger daughter told me about it. I won't go into much details, but to keep the post short, but I tried to fix the situation, and it only got worse. They said some pretty heavy things to each other, but things got worse when our daughter used her mom's cheating against her. There you go. So, of course, they've known all this time. And you get some very pissed off teenagers. They can say some pretty nasty shit, even though his soon-to-be ex-wife deserved it. To sum it up, my wife claimed that she loved us and that she made a horrible mistake, and she deserved to be treated better and with more respect. But our younger daughter yelled at her and said, if you love us, why did you hurt Dad? Why did you leave us? Why was he more important than us? All understandable questions for the younger daughter here. Because remember, these wives and moms that cheat, they're not just cheating on the husband, they're also cheating on the family. Right there. I don't blame the young girl. There was no response from my wife when my daughter started crying and ran to her room. I went in to check on her, and I didn't know what to say, because no matter what I said, I couldn't make things better. So I hugged her and let her cry. Good. That's what you do. A lot of times, just there's nothing you can say. And just you hold them and let them cry. Really. She then told me that she loves me and is proud of me for not leaving them. It stabbed me in the heart, and I started to cry too. She looked at me and told me she was sorry for making me sad. Aw, nice girl. I was with my daughter about 20-30 minutes, and once she calmed down, I went to the living room where my wife was. My wife looked really sad, and I knew this had been going on way too long, so later that day, I told my wife it was over. Hallelujah. I couldn't stand seeing my daughter cry anymore, so I told my wife she needed to leave. My wife started crying and asked, where should she go? I just told her, go to your friends, family, go to him, anywhere but here. She begged me for one more chance, but I told her stop and just leave. There you go. Pack your shit and get out. Go to your lover. She took some of her things and left for her parents' house the next day. A few days later, we told the girls about the divorce. They handled it better than I expected. They knew, which was obvious. They didn't want to hear details about their mom's affair. I did, and it was worse than I thought, but it didn't change anything. I also told her to make the divorce as easy as possible. There was no reason to make this harder than it already was. Yeah, if she wants to demonstrate she's sorry to you and your daughter, she'll make the divorce easy. And of course, and I'm not surprised the daughters didn't take it too bad because they were expecting this. They're probably happy. They knew they don't want to see her, and this will be able. You can have your fresh start, Dad. I made it clear that I would never stop I would never stop them from talking or seeing her. They're free to do what they want. Yeah, they are free to do what they want. But it sounds to me those daughters don't want to do anything, have anything to do with your soon-to-be ex-wife. So that's where we are right now. They're staying with me. They made that clear. As for me, I don't think I'll date or get married again. I'm older now, and I like to live a calmer and hopefully happier life. Well, happy life, no wife. There's no need for you to get married again after all. You have 2 daughters. One's an adult, one's close to being an adult. Why the hell do you need to get married again? Seriously. But I've heard guys say this before, and well, you know how that works. Now for another update, and this was shortly after this one he just posted. He says, I wanted to write in a mini update regarding my situation because I received a lot of support and advice from you guys. Thank you so much for that. As I mentioned in my last update, I filed for divorce and will begin shortly. My soon-to-be ex-wife moved out, and I'm living with my daughters. In my previous update and in the comments, I mentioned that my wife lied about her affair. It lasted much longer and involved 2 men, not just one, as she originally claimed. There you go. If he was having any shred of sympathy for her because the daughters were treating her bad and yelling at her and didn't want nothing to do with her in spite of all her crying and begging, turns out the affairs went on longer, and there were 2 guys, not just one. Cheating on him, cheating on the daughters. Fuck her. She's garbage. I can't begin to imagine how those daughters were reacting once they found out it was 2 guys. The reason for her telling the truth was her last-ditch effort to save our marriage. Oh yeah, that's going to save the marriage. I guess she wanted to be honest with me, come clean, and follow the advice she had heard or read or received. I didn't believe anything she said. My daughters didn't know about the second man, which I had to tell them. A few days after my wife moved out, I talked to them, and it didn't go well. They felt angry, sad, disgusted, and disappointed. It pretty much cemented their decision to never want to speak to their mother again. You can't blame them. It was bad enough there was one guy fucking it all up. Well, mom fucked it all up, but now 2 guys? You think she's going to change? Do you really think that she will change if he took her back? No. You know, there are stories I've covered where the daughters sided with the moms. But there's also stories I've covered where a daughter or daughters, they side with the dad because they love their daddy, and that the mom did that to them. Oh, it is pure venom from the daughters to the mother. Friends and family are mostly on my side, but if you think I should have given her a second chance, because according to them, she is remorseful and didn't cheat on me after her affairs ended. Who the fuck cares? She had multiple affairs and lied about it. But there's always some assholes going to say, you got to patch things up. Yeah, you've seen how we've been for the last 4 years, how wonderful it's been. Fuck off. As for her, she's unemployed and depressed, and from what I've been told, she has severe mood swings, going from accepting consequences to screaming, crying, and begging for another chance. Well, unemployed, great. Now he's going to have problems with alimony. She called the other day wanting to speak to her daughters. She wanted me to make them talk to her, to which I said I have no intention of doing that. Good. They're fucking 18 years old and 16 years old. Really, you're not going to make them talk to her. And you know what? She doesn't want to talk to them because I'll probably say some nasty shit to her. I won't force it either. It's their decision. I told them that their mother called, but they didn't care, especially the younger one. As for me, I feel better. Probably the best I've felt in years. I still have a long journey ahead of me, but it's progress. Good, man. You deserve it. It will get better, slowly over time. Because you now know the Band-Aid's been ripped off, the divorce process is on the way, so you're slowly getting closer to your goal. I'm not optimistic about the future regarding relationships. I'm older now, 44, and I have to deal with years of suppressed emotions on top of dealing with other things. I'm happily remaining single. If an opportunity comes by or I meet someone who changed my life, I might try dating them again, but if not, I will be at peace. There's no rush, sir. Take your time and never get married again. Why would you? What's the point? Now, to his last and final update of the situation. He says here, and this was yesterday, so this is 2 months after the previous update. He says, hello everyone. This will probably be my last update here. We've heard that song and dance before. The divorce is moving forward, and I won't go into any legal details. All I can say is that I got a good deal, and it should be over soon. Well, that's nice to hear. I guess she was playing ball. Things have been mostly okay. My daughters are doing great, and I'm doing all right. I'm having a lot of ups and downs, and one day being good, and the next day being tough. I just push through it, knowing things will be better. That's normal, dude. That's completely normal. It's going to be a roller coaster. Good days and bad days and really fucking bad days, but stay strong and go get through it. My daughters are doing fine, but they're still distant with their mom. My older one has started talking to her a little bit, but it's mostly small talk about nothing important. My soon-to-be ex was really happy about that, just glad to get some interaction with her. I haven't brought up her cheating since I filed. I'm just tired and want this to be over. So my older one is talking to her mom, but she's still keeping a lot of things from her. My younger daughter is a different story. She doesn't want to talk. Every time her mom tries, it just ends in an argument. She keeps bringing up her mom's cheating, telling her she has no right to tell her anything after what she did. Her mom has apologized a lot, saying it was a bad decision, and she's so sorry for how she treated us. Bad decision. There was a lot of fucking bad decisions when you had 2 dicks in you, lady. Come on here, for Lord knows how long. But my younger daughter told her the apology means nothing, and that it's just something people say to make themselves feel better. Shit. His 16-year-old daughter is way ahead in life than most people in that view. She's right. I'm not sure where she got that from, but I don't like her getting so wrapped up in this. It's gonna happen, dude. She didn't do anything wrong, and I don't want her to carry this weight. It's mine to bear. As for me, I've been focusing more on my health, mostly physical stuff, and I've been going to the gym much more. Awesome. That will help you make you feel better, man. I even met a woman there. Uh-oh. Here we go. We've talked a few times, and we went for coffee at a nearby cafe. It's been friendly, just talking about the gym, movies, and hobbies. She reminded me of who I used to be, someone with hobbies and interests. She made me realize how much better I was back then. Take it slow, amigo. If this woman, meeting her, is helping you get where you got to be, great. But for all that is sacred and holy, do not rush into something. My God. You know? My soon-to-be ex-wife got a job at a local shop. It's about fucking time she gets a job. She's also been looking like she's aged a lot in the last few months. Well, as the saying goes, men age like Sean Connery, women age like Sean Connery. She's still dealing with mood swings and unhappiness. Her parents told me that most of their friends left her, and the ones who stayed have changed. I do think she's remorseful and genuinely sad. I can feel her pain and sadness. Is she sad and remorseful because of what she did, or is she sad and remorseful because she got caught and it screwed up her whole life? There's a question for you. No matter where she goes or who she's with, she'll never escape her actions of who she is, and that really is weighing on her. I think she knew deep down, but kept making excuses to protect herself. Now the truth is catching up with her, and it's crushing her. I keep things friendly, just small talk, but you can tell she appreciates it, and it helps her feel a little bit better. How she deals with all this and how she rebuilds her relationship with our daughters is on her. It's not my problem. It's not your problem. Don't make it your problem, dude. I don't think I'll update anymore. There's not much else to say. The legal stuff will be over soon, and we are moving forward. Well, something tells me we'll probably hear from in like 6 months, letting us know that, okay, we're divorced, and I'm doing well, and feeling better, and the wife put on 50 pounds. I don't know what. But I like to hear that his daughters are getting a little bit better, and all that, and, but this is a typical story, guys, and it's unfortunate. These families have been broken apart because of one selfish asshole, But back to the original theme here. He suffered for 4 years, staying in it for the kids. I know he also said it because of debts and financially, but things could have been done. But then again, I wasn't there. So it's always best if you can. The cheating's going on. It's over. End it. Don't stand in for the kids, because look how it affected the daughters. They're miserable. In fact, when they said they're going to get divorced, it seemed like they're happy about that, But anyhow, there you go. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you find a good story for me to cover, whatever that may be, send it my way, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll most certainly cover it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.